14 years ago, a deadly fungus wiped out 90% of all animals. 2 years later, civil war erupted as the food supply collapsed. Soon after, worldwide famine followed, and farmland became the most valuable resource on Earth. A group of armed strangers crosses a farm and approaches a lone house. One man politely asks the owners for shelter at the front door, while others sneak in through the sides. But the intruders are quickly killed inside. Moments later, a whistle echoes. The rest of the group outside is ambushed. Bullets rain down on them. Emmanuel soon arrives. It was he and his family who set the trap. Haley, Cookie, Rain, Danis, and Galen help finish off the attackers. Emmanuel hesitates when he finds a dying woman gasping for air, but Haley orders him to end it. He obeys. That night over dinner, the kids compete in whistling games. When Danis swears, she's punished with push-ups. Rain laughs, but Haley quickly reminds her about her overdue book report. Rain had read the wrong book. Haley orders her to prepare the correct one by Monday. When she asks Emmanuel about the corn, he explains that beetles and cutworms are back and perimeter checks are taking longer. He requests extra help, but the girls already have their own duties. He then tells Emmanuel he can go to Augusta for a supply drop at the end of the week. The next day, Emmanuel heads out for a perimeter check while the rest of the family handles their chores and trains with weapons. That night, Haley radios Augusta. Augusta warns that several farms have been attacked. Haley thought the Union Party would handle it, but they never showed. 3 farms have already fallen. Augusta asks for help, but Haley refuses. She can't risk exposing her family. In the morning, Emmanuel sets off for the supply drop. Back home, Augusta contacts Haley again, reporting that the Flemings were eaten by cannibals. She warns that this isn't a small scattered group. Meanwhile, Galen drives through the forest. Hearing a strange sound, he stops with his gun drawn. He finds a wrecked vehicle, collects loose bullets, and drives home. He proudly shows the others a jar of spices he found in a bunker, and the kids laugh at his excitement. He also reveals a gun. Rain eagerly picks it up, impressed. After the kids leave, Haley tells Galen about the Flemings and her growing fear for Emmanuel. Galen reassures her that Emmanuel can handle himself. Elsewhere, Emmanuel swims in a river. As he gets out, he notices a young woman swimming nearby. Later, through his sniper scope, he spots a man and secretly follows him, discovering a hidden settlement deep in the forest. That night, the family celebrates Danis. She's becoming a soldier. She gives a short speech. Haley hands her a torch, and Danis sets a harvest pile on fire. The family dances happily as Haley and Galen watch. Emmanuel arrives late. Galen, furious, demands to know where he was. Emmanuel calmly replies he was doing a depot run for Augusta. Galen scolds him for missing his sister's ceremony and orders him to put his stash away. Emmanuel looks at the burning harvest and questions how they can waste food. Galen explains it's burning rot. Emmanuel argues the crops wouldn't rot if they brought in outside help. Galen snaps back, insisting they don't know what outsiders are truly like. Emmanuel accuses him of never trying. Haley steps in, tells Emmanuel to be grateful, and orders him to put out the fire. Left alone, Emmanuel remembers a moment from his childhood in foster care, Haley returning from military service. The caretaker tells him, even if he doesn't remember, she is his mother. At dawn, Emmanuel begins his routine but sneaks off to the river instead. After a swim, he sketches the woman he saw earlier. Later, Haley finds him. She tells him to join Galen and the girls on a depot run. Emmanuel reminds her these runs used to be a father-daughter tradition. Haley sits beside him and calmly explains that the farm now matters more than tradition. She won't lose it because he and his sister lack perspective. When he's asked to protect his stepfather and sisters, he needs to listen. The next day, Emmanuel leaves with Galen and Danis. Back home, Haley tells the girls about her military years and how she met Galen. Rain asks if girls her age live beyond the fence, but Haley stays silent. At the depot, Danis finds a trail of blood leading into a building. Inside, they discover bodies hanging from the ceiling. 4 armed men appear, claiming to be Union soldiers staying with the Flemings. At the mention of that name, Galen shoots them instantly. The Flemings are dead, meaning these men are lying. After the fight, Emmanuel asks to search the bodies. Galen agrees. While Danis checks a bag, a woman pretending to be dead suddenly shoots her in the stomach. Galen and Emmanuel quickly carry her home. At the farm, Haley takes command. The family works fast. Haley operates and Danis survives. Feeling guilty, Emmanuel blames himself. He pushed for the search. Rain reassures him, reminding him how fiercely he has always protected Danis. Haley tries contacting Augusta, but there's no response. Later that night, Emmanuel hears something outside. Armed, he checks the perimeter. A girl emerges from the darkness. It's the woman he saw at the river. Galen and Haley gather the family. Their message is strict. Stay armed, avoid strangers, and shoot first if necessary. Some attackers are cannibals. Pretending to be Union soldiers is a trap. Everyone is assigned new duties. Before they leave, Haley pulls Emmanuel aside. She tells him to stop blaming himself because he stepped up, and that's what matters. After breakfast, Emmanuel checks the barn where the girl is being kept. She flinches when he approaches, pushing him away. He stays calm, offers her water, and gently unwraps the bandage on her arm. At the same time, Haley spots movement near the perimeter. She tries contacting Cookie. No response. She radios Rain. Rain hasn't seen her either. Haley orders her to find her sister immediately. Emmanuel continues tending to the girl's wound. When the stitches hurt too much, she asks to do it herself, and he hands her the needle. Suddenly, Haley calls him to report to the southern perimeter. That evening at dinner, the family discusses the bodies at the depot. Galen makes a joke, and Emmanuel laughs at the absurdity of their situation. Haley doesn't. She scolds them for treating something so serious like a joke. Later, she sits beside the unconscious Danis and quietly pours out her heart, how much she missed her, and how much she still matters. Meanwhile, Emmanuel tries speaking plainly to the girl. He needs answers: who she is, where she came from, how she found the farm, and whether anyone is looking for her. She pushes back, demanding to know why she's being kept there. She asks to use the radio, insisting she just wants to know if her people are alive. Seeing her desperation, Emmanuel hesitates, but finally unties her. He explains why he's cautious, how misplaced trust once nearly destroyed his family. She listens and apologizes. She reveals she needs to reach the Freemen because her aunt told her they would help. Emmanuel freezes. They are the Freemen. The next morning, Haley notices Emmanuel is missing. She finds him in the barn laughing and sharing music with the girl. When the girl turns around, Haley snaps. She strikes her, yells at Emmanuel, locks him inside, and drags the girl out. Outside, Haley demands answers. The girl explains her name, her past, and how she followed the river to find them. The girl finally reveals the truth. She's Augusta Taylor's niece, sent by Augusta to find the Freemans. Haley flashes back to the day she met Augusta years earlier. Haley's car had broken down on a roadside. Augusta spoke kindly about her father's community work, but Haley dismissed it. She had only come back for her son. Augusta urged her not to judge faith by the failures of people. Together, they returned to the farm, only to find it destroyed, the family slaughtered. Haley found her father dying. He pointed toward the barn. Inside, a young Emmanuel stood trembling with a gun. Haley gently calmed him. Back in the present, Emmanuel tries the radio again. The line opens, but no voice responds. He calls for his mom. By the time Haley arrives, the signal is gone. She brushes it off, but Rain insists she also saw it. Emmanuel urges Haley to go check on Augusta, but Haley refuses, claiming Augusta can take care of herself. Emmanuel snaps, saying her constant distress is suffocating everyone, that he can't even talk to someone without being shut down. Haley raises her hand in anger. Emmanuel grabs her wrist, lowers it, and walks away. Furious, he grabs the girl and rides off on the ATV. Back home, panic rises. Haley, now genuinely worried, races after them. Galen stays behind to guard the others. Emmanuel and the girl reach her family's shelter. It's silent and empty. Meanwhile, Galen loses feed on a perimeter camera and heads out to investigate. Haley reaches an area she fears the girl may have led him to and discovers barrels filled with human remains. A cannibal camp. At the shelter, the girl breaks down and confesses the truth. Everything had been staged. Her family was held hostage, and she was forced to lure the Freemans out. While searching Augusta's home, Haley is ambushed and knocked out. Back at the farm, Galen is caught in a similar trap. Inside, Rain and Cookie watch as security feeds flicker out. Rain grabs her sniper rifle and climbs to higher ground. Over the radio, she warns Galen that enemies are approaching. Galen wakes in agony, both hands nailed to the ground. The captors prepare to eat him. He tears one hand free, turns the nail into a weapon, and stabs his attackers. Rain picks off the rest from her vantage point. Haley wakes tied up in a basement beside a wounded Augusta. Augusta whispers that some children have been hidden. Their captor enters, preaching survival at any cost. Another man steps in and kills Augusta to prepare her for food. Later, when someone comes to restrain Haley again, she fights back. She kills him, grabs a weapon, and shoots the leader as he storms in. Galen reaches the basement. Rain radios in that Danis is hiding in his closet. Wounded but determined, Galen goes in alone. Emmanuel and Haley reunite. They forgive each other and move forward together. Back at the farm, Galen orders Rain to shut the blinds and cut the lights. It works. The cannibals are boxed in. Galen eliminates them one by one. When silence falls, he tells Rain to turn the lights back on. As Haley and Emmanuel prepare to leave, they run into the girl. She asks about her aunt. Haley tells her the truth. Augusta is gone. The girl breaks down. Emmanuel says they can't leave the others behind. Haley nods. Near the fence, Emmanuel spots a broken section. Haley glances at it and says they'll handle it later. She gets everyone inside. While Rain and Cookie tend to Galen, two cannibals sneak into the house and douse it with gasoline. Galen whispers to let them pass. They're planning to burn the house down. Outside, more cannibals appear. Haley stays behind to hold them off while the kids retreat inside. Downstairs, the intruders reach the basement. One grabs Danis and holds a blade to her throat. Another finds a room filled with weapons and spices. As she fumbles with the lock, Galen shoots her. Rain kills the other attacker. Galen, still bleeding, jokes he'll survive. Emmanuel gets the kids to safety in the basement. The girl rushes past her straight to Galen, trying to stop his bleeding. Realizing Haley is still outside, Emmanuel runs back out. Haley is fading, out of bullets, stabbed, and exhausted. She still fights, taking down two more attackers before a third overpowers her. As he raises his blade, Emmanuel shoots him. He catches Haley as she collapses. She asks about the others. Emmanuel assures her they're safe. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the story. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.